Lauricella, a very empowered woman. Lauricella.
This is supposed to be my farewell speech, so here we go. This is the story that started out with 3 very angry women sitting in a restaurant in Las Vegas, having been totally humiliated because District 52 was not distinguished and not only hadn't been distinguished, but we were tied for last on the planet Earth. And frankly, I was not happy, and neither were the rest of us. We had a plan. We put together a plan. What we decided was, no matter what it took, no matter what we had to do, in Carolyn's term, we would be distinguished. In Linda's term, our goal was select distinguished. In my term, it was to be president's distinguished. We were going to make it happen. We all know that Carolyn got her wish and did whatever it took to be distinguished, a distinguished district. The next year, Linda did an amazing job, incredible job. She really made it happen. And at the end, she was only 65 members short of being select distinguished.
Wow.
Now let me tell you, any of you that are even thinking the word sandbag in front of Linda, you do it at your own risk. Because when the stats turned around for the following year, there were the 65 members. In my term, I wanted to be President's Distinguished. And yes, in April, we weren't sure we were going to make it. And I'll tell you what happened. Number one, I determined that at the beginning of the year, we were not going to have the same problem with membership. We were going to beat that problem. We were going to make it happen. And yes, we made that happen. As far as membership is concerned, paid members, we are way above the goal for President's Distinguished. Almost 500 members above that goal. We learned together how to recruit new members for District 52. And to keep new members for District 52. And that is a major accomplishment in itself. Distinguished clubs. We had 53 distinguished clubs. We have never done that before. 53. We only needed one more to be distinguished, to be President's Distinguished. Only one. Our biggest problem was in clubs, and how do we make that work? And because I, as the district governor, had spent so much time on membership, I didn't realize until April what we had as far as a problem with clubs, and new clubs and old clubs. I put together a war council. I pulled my A team together. And together, we figured out how to do it. So on the morning of Lace, I woke up. I knew we were going to be distinguished at that point. It was in the back. I knew it. But I woke up, looked at the dashboard for Toastmasters International. We were one club short of select distinguished. I walked into Lace. The first person I saw was Roberta. I told her what happened. She said, well, let's start a club right now. I went, okay, what do we do? What kind of club are we doing? She said, we have to have a social media club. We really need a social media club. It's really important we do that. And by noon, we had a social media club. By noon, we had all the charter paperwork done. And Lance was good enough to take it down and get it there on time and totally settled up. That club has already had 3 meetings. We've already outgrown our original space and have moved to another space. So it can be done. And that's one of the things I learned as the district governor for District 52. I learned that if you decide to do it, you can make it happen. And you can go to your team, the people that you care about the most, the ones who work with you the hardest, and they will come through. Every one of them came through. This morning I was thinking, was I brilliant or was I just darn lucky to get Tammy Takahashi and Janet Walters as my 2 partners in crime? Well, I'm going to go with the brilliant part. Because they are wonderful. They have been incredible team members for me. They have been so strong in doing what I asked them to do. I told Janet, I want you to concentrate on clubs, and she did. And toward the end, yet with the assistance of the other members of the team, including Lance, we were able to get the clubs pulled together. I told Tammy on our first meeting, I want you to be responsible for the DCP. And I told her why. Because that is, all of the educational components, including membership, have to do with what the LGBT does. That's what I discovered when I was LGBT about midterm. Wish I'd known it sooner. But with that in mind, having one person that is the true source of the DCP, and then working with the club people, all of the people in the clubs, we made it happen, and Tammy did a brilliant job, absolutely brilliant. So, I've talked with past district governors, especially the ones in District 52, and I know Linda agrees with me with this. I fell in love with being a district governor. It is one of the hardest things for me to step down because it was so much fun. I worked with some of the most amazing, happy, terrific people, and most of you are here today. And I can't thank you enough for all of the support that you've given to me personally and to District 52. Because you see, what happened with the 3 angry women 3 years ago was that we knew that at that point it was them and us. And them were having a whole lot more fun than us were having. We had to change that around. And in those 3 years, if there's one thing we've done, is now all of us together are having fun and making trouble. Thank you very much for allowing me to be your district governor.